Hey guys, welcome back to Outdoors PNW. So tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about this platform holder that I made for a chainsaw grinder. And I'm going to do a little bit of chainsaw cleanup on some of my chains and just kind of talk a little bit. And I'll talk to you guys also about who I'm getting the chainsaw grinder also from. So stay tuned. Okay. Well, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Is ready for the new week to start. The guys who watches Tasman on his live feed, it was cool to see Johnny Arnett on the live feed. That was cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was really cool to talk to those guys today. So I'm just gonna start getting things ready here to get this thing sharp, my chain sharpened. While I'm doing that, I'll tell you about why I built this and who I'm getting the grinder from. So this is just a real quick, simple platform that I built. Only took me probably, I don't know, 20 minutes. It's kind of nice to be able to have something at eye level that you can work from instead of having a table that's below you where you have to bend over, you know. So the older I'm getting, my eyesight's not as great. So if it's at eye level, it's a lot easier for me to work. So, Brennan at Goobs Outdoors and Adventures reached out to me the other day, and he was telling me about this chainsaw grinder that he was thinking about picking up. And he'd asked me if I had one, and I said no, I didn't have one, and I was kind of like, well, I don't really have a place to use one here. And so he said, well, I've got an extra one coming to me, and I'd like to give it to you. I wasn't gonna say no to that. It's a free grinder and a working grinder. So I've got a Oregon grinder coming to me, guys. That's pretty awesome. That'll be back in 2007, 2008, I think is the last time I used a electric grinder. So that'll be cool to have. So I was kind of thinking, I was like, I could work off my bench here, but then if I bolt it on my bench, then I lose space. So I said, well, why don't I just build a working stand or a floating stand for it? So this kind of came to mind, and I just built a little platform. So we're going to try this platform out and see if it works out for me or not. I was thinking about, building some hook brackets here and having like a short ratchet strap to hold the saw in place, but I think bungee cords will work just fine. It's a little wobbly, but it's not too bad. See, now the last time I sharpened this chain for this bar was a few videos ago when I was cutting wood with Brennan and Dan. And I haven't touched it since. But it looks to me like it's pretty good. I mean, it's not in terrible shape by any means. And you know, this chain actually came with this bar. I was kind of hesitant on using this chain because I was having problems with the bar when I got it. And then I figured out that there's this oiler here at the tip, and they never oiled the tip. And so it was dry in here, so I had pre-oiled it and got it all lubricated in there and everything, and now it spins freely just fine. And I was thinking I might have the issues with the chain. If I'm having issues with the bar, I might have issues with the chain. But there's really nothing wrong with the chain. I was just being picky, I guess. There's not a lot to clean up on this chain. This is, it's a pretty good chain. There's a couple burrs that are sticking out here. Not too bad though. Just a little bit is all it takes to clean these burrs off. I can't imagine how more faster it's going to be when I get that electric grinder. That would be really cool to use that. I see on YouTube there's a lot of guys that hand file their chains, and some guys go back and forth, some guys roll it, and I've always just kind of learned to just kind of go with what you know and just use that. I'm no pro at this, and I don't claim to be a pro. But I've been cutting wood since 2002, so not too long, but long enough for me. And as a matter of fact, I'll talk a little bit about that. So I graduated in 2003 from White River High School. And when I was in high school, they had the log show rodeo team. And they also had forestry class. And I wasn't part of forestry. I wish I would have gotten on board with forestry, but I did take some other classes that were similar. But I did get on with the log show rodeo teams, and we did the Buckley Log Show. And that was a lot of fun. That was a good experience for me. And doing the rodeos, up there in Buckley. I don't know about you guys, Tazapalooza is coming up really quick. I'm getting super excited for that. I'm just counting the days. You know, we're into March now. It's coming quick, guys. I can't wait. It's gonna be so awesome this year. I think there's gonna be a lot of new faces there too. I really would like to meet. I mean, I really hope that the guys that were last year there are there again this year. But Kenny, or Tasman Kenny Fuller, he does an amazing job, you guys, taking care of everything at Tazapalooza. I've watched 2003 videos. It was just as good as it was last year. So, yeah, I mean, all I can say is, you know, Kenny, I'm looking forward to it, man. This channel's really clean, guys. It's not, I don't see too many birds. The rakers aren't too high. I'm not even gonna touch them. Yeah, they're looking good. Let's get this guy flipped around here. Not a huge fan of bungee cords. You ever get smacked in the face by one of these, it does not feel good. Okay. Hey, I do apologize for the lighting in my garage, guys. It's when they built these new houses, they did not put any kind of lights above the doors or anything. All the lights are up near the front of the garage, so that's where all the lights at. Try my best. Here again, not much to take off. I got some shout outs for you guys. If you're new to the channel, go check out Dan Atkins Firewood. He's local here in the Tacoma, Spanaway area. Goobs Outdoors and Adventures, and Travis does firewood, and Delivery Brian. They're all local. We're all kind of spread out, but for the most part, we're in the general area. So go check those guys out. They've got some good content, you guys. Dan and Brennan do a lot of wood cutting together. So yeah, if you like, you know, watching people cut wood and using chainsaws and gas splitters, go check them out. Bit of burrs on these, just right at the very tip. My file keeps getting caught up on them. Alright you guys, that pretty much ends the video. It was pretty short. I didn't have a whole lot of content to go off tonight, but yeah, hopefully I'll be out getting the saws dirty again with Dan and Brennan here soon. So whenever they have me come out with them. So you guys have a good rest of the week. And I'll see you on the next one. If you like these videos, please drop a comment and give a thumbs up and a subscribe, guys. Have a good night.